it new?
No, this is insane. There's some background dropping. We are back! Olympic break for NASCAR is over. So is our pod break. We took a couple weeks off before that anyway. We're back.
We've been off for like a month. I feel like it's been a while since I've been on here.
Yeah, holy moly.
It has. I don't think we could have picked a better week to come back for, right? There is quite a lot to discuss. We had the first race back after the Olympic break at Richmond. I got to say, before we get into the real controversial chatter of it, I think NASCAR did a terrible job promoting this race. If you aren't like heavy into NASCAR, you would have completely forgot this was going on yesterday. There was no advertisement. Social media really wasn't promoting it. Practice and qualifying were hidden on the NBC Sports app all weekend. I don't even know where that is. I don't have it. I don't know why they can't just put it on Peacock, right? That would make things a lot easier.
That would make sense.
But we don't
understand why they have two apps.
Does not make any sense. Why is there an NBC Sports app? Why can't you just put it in?
When the NBC Sports station is defunct.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. But here we are. Austin Dillon wins at Richmond. Does that stay a thing? We'll probably find out tomorrow or Wednesday.
I think it will.
I think we all have our varying opinions on it. Harris is booing. Something has to be bad for Harris to be on the side of Joey Logano, right?
And
Harris does not like Joey Logano. So I'll give my opinion last because I have a strong one. We'll go around the horn here. Ryan, Tegan, Sal, and Wessel. Talk me through your guys' thoughts on what transpired in turn 3 and 4 on the last lap.
Dillon got desperate. He knew he needed to win, and he was just close enough to be able to move him. So he
wasn't.
He floored it.
Yeah, he wasn't close.
He went up into fifth gear.
Fifth gear was
NASCAR terms
car in that race until Austin Dillon in turn 3 in the last lap.
And NASCAR, NASCAR's probably gonna end up keeping this win. I mean, it's a bunch of bullcrap what Logano said basically, and he has every right to say that. And the Hamlin thing's to everybody's opinion. I think Hamlin did come up a little earlier than what he expected because of that he thought Dillon was still high in the smoke show. So they kind of met in the middle, and now you have controversy to talk about, which is what NASCAR wants.
Yeah. Tegan?
All right. I'll try to give my opinion because I am lagging pretty good right now, so it's going to suck.
You talk, we'll give you the floor.
It's a dirty move. I mean, he was 2 or 3 car lengths, behind when he made the move. But this is the format that NASCAR made 10 years ago. This is exactly what they wanted. They wanted this drama. They know it. What people talk about. It's what apparently puts the ass in seats. And we'll be watching for the next couple of weeks. There's some people that don't watch all the time that, especially these boomer Dale Earnhardt Senior fans that just loves it. I personally don't like the move, but I don't see I see why he did it. It's the format. It's no different than what Harvick did in 2016 when at Talladega. They did get penalized for it. They probably should have and got lucky that he didn't. But it's the same thing with Ryan Newman and Larson at Phoenix.
Yeah, he dumped Larson at Phoenix.
Yeah, he fucking put him up basically almost into the fucking fence, and it put him in and put Jeff Gordon out. It's just what this format brings. I just feel like it's getting more microscoped here in the since this new car came out. I don't know what it is. Since this new car came out, everything seems to be under a microscope, and it's not the damn car. It's the fucking officiating. It's the tires. It's the package. It's everything but what it needs to be. So I don't know. It's a dirty move. I don't have a problem with it. But once it gets done to him and he starts getting, because Joey and Denny are two guys that they hold grudges. They're going to make him a living hell. And they have every right to do that, just like he had every right to go for the win. It was in the sandbox. I mean, it's something that NASCAR is allow you to do. And the whole thing with the Hamlin thing, I just think that was two guys trying to meet up into the perfect line to get off the corner. I don't think there was a hook involved. And if somebody's making that argument, they're only making it to try to get the win away. Because they ain't going to get to take the win away with the Joey and the 3 incident. Because that's happened for many fucking years. How far did fucking Dillon send it into fucking Terry Labonte at Bristol? Twice. Not once. Twice. Back-to-back years. So it's just something that NASCAR is built on. I just feel like we've got a lot of fans that are little pansy asses here lately about shit like that. And I seem like we're really split on this issue. There's surprisingly, a lot of people does not mind the move. I think it has little to do with the number on the car, with some of these fans, with 90% of the fans. Let's be honest, they're boomer fans. This may bring boomers back into the sport. This may be a good thing. Austin Dillon may be the savior of NASCAR. Y'all need to give him a fucking break, okay? He's bringing back grassroots racing. He's going to bring back Dale, damn it.
Jesus was hated once, too.
Tigers did say that, yeah. Tegan, you're not helping my case for my opinion on the format. I do like it in general, usually, but you literally named off my 3 least favorite moments, I think, in the playoff era since 2014.
But that was the whole reason why this playoff is generated. If we didn't have this playoff, and if you take Kyle Larson didn't miss the fucking Coke 600, he'd be running away with this. Denny Hamlin himself would be about almost 70, 80 points behind in 4th if we had a season-long championship. Guess what? People are not going to watch 10 races, the last 10 races of the year, if a driver's just got to fucking putt around for a top 10 every week because he's got enough points. Sorry, it's not going to happen. It didn't happen when Matt Kenseth did it, and it's definitely not going to happen now with the fans that we have. The attention deficit disorder, whatever the fuck everybody's got now, does not allow somebody to sit for 4 hours, watch a race, 36 weeks a year, all the way through. It's not going to be. It's not there. It hasn't been there since 2009 when we started losing people in watching the sport, and it's not going to get any better. And what happened between Austin Dillon and the 22 and the 11 is not a fucking smear on this sport. The sport is going to be stuck where it's at. We are not going to fucking grow, and we're not going to lose that much. We still have our dedicated fan base, and we're not going to get better. We might gain, but we're not going to. It ain't like we're going to have. Oh, next week we're going to have 1 million extra fans watching because of what happened. Oh no, we're going to lose 1 million fans, but nobody like that. No, everybody's still going to watch it because they ain't got nothing else better to do on a Sunday afternoon.
Now, I don't quite agree with a lot of what you said there, but I'll let Sal take the floor. I know Sal's got some strong opinions on this as well.
Yeah, Logano said it. It's a chicken shit move. I mean, people immediately started comparing this to, like Tegan said, Dell and Terry back at Bristol. What a lot of the people seem to not comprehend and know, like, what time we're living in now is back in the day, a little bump and run, the cars were so light. That's just what would happen. That was the norm back then. Yeah, he rattled his cage, whatever. That's just how light those cars were. I don't think people get how fucking hard Dillon had to go in there in order to get one of these Gen 7 cars to fully spin around like he did with Logano. Like, he had full intention to do that.
100%.
And then Denny, I mean, obviously we have our, what's it called?
SMT?
Our tinfoil hat, Richard Childress, saying that the radio communication doesn't align and you can't believe everything you see on the internet. Well, if that is active, like real life, what we heard, because apparently he also talked on that without even seeing the video first.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't look good whenever you got your spotter in your ear on the last lap with the car to your inside. Wreck 'em.
Yeah.
I thought that was a
Like,
I think that was about the 11.
Because I think he says like low side wreck 'em or low wreck 'em. Like, he is fully commit. Now, I was talking about this with some other people yesterday after it ended. Like, if Dillon had that plan, like the whole thing, I'm like, no, I think he fully intended, no matter how far back he was, to fully send it into turn 3 and 4. The one on Denny had to have just been like, well, shit, I already did this. I might as well just go and get him.
He talked about this in his in a post race interview, whatever, that they were having. He said that he went in there with intention to get into Joey Logano. And then he said that Denny Hamlin was reactionary. So what that tells me was, his reaction was to just turn into Denny Hamlin. Like,
and then I don't know. People are also commenting on it, saying he shouldn't be suspended. Oh, it's just Richmond. You're not going that fast. 180 at Charlotte, the way Chase did to him, or 100 at Richmond. You are still right hooking, and that was a pretty damn flushed hit that Denny had.
He said it hurt his shoulder. Like, he messed up his shoulder a little bit.
Yeah, like it was a very hard hit.
Any wreck hurts. It hurts him now. I mean, look at Kyle Busch with his wrist at Indy a couple weeks ago. It don't matter how you get wrecked. It hurts now in this car.
I don't know. I think the whole right hook, I think it was intentional.
I don't think it was.
I don't think you can sit there and, I'm sorry, Tegan, I don't think you can sit there.
I don't think it was. To me, I've looked at overviews. I've literally got the videos. I can send them. I don't give a fuck. I've had many views of it. The 11 actually went up more than the 3 came down. You're not going to change my fucking mind. I don't care what the goddamn SMT days. So, because he's up 3 lanes at the racetrack, of course you're going to goddamn turn it more to the left to make the fucking corner when you just punted somebody and went 3 lanes up the racetrack. You're going to be 33 negative to the fucking left, whatever the fuck that means. It's just, it makes sense. If you're 3 lanes up the track and you're trying to get the better ride, you're going to turn it more to the left. Anybody is going to do that no matter what line you're running at this racetrack. Denny Hamlin, in my opinion, made just as bad move as the 3 did. They met in the middle, and that's what made it look so bad. It is not a hook. To me, they just met in the fucking same line that they were both going for to get the better run.
Sal Wessel, do you guys want to respond to that?
Look, it's a tough deal. I know, like Tegan said, Austin, he had to do that, and I agree.
When you done punted somebody, you're not going to be like, oh, I guess I'll just sit here and run second now. I just punted a bitch. You're not going to do it.
To me, doubling down on
you're going to try to run it.
Now, going into this podcast, before the end of the race, I think it was going to be a very pro Austin Dillon podcast because I think he ran probably the best race of his career. And the last 2 laps of that race were probably almost some of the worst. I don't know.
Right there with Daytona,
really
6
bad
years
restart,
ago. Yeah.
Really bad restart. And he's nowhere near Logano going into turn 3. He's 3.5, 4 car lengths back. There's no way he's getting to him. And he just fucking sends it. Now, I know a lot of people like comparing it to, there was a guy that used to drive the 3 that also did that. Guess what? He got fucking booed out of Bristol, too. All right? It fucking happened.
It was scary. Anybody else, he's been all right. Especially
I'm just saying, there's a reason Dale Earnhardt never won a Most popular driver until he died. Just point that out.
Jeez.
Damn.
I'm just saying. But yeah, he sent Joey. He had no intention of making that corner. If Joey wasn't there, he would have went up and killed the wall and broke a toe link and wouldn't have finished the race. I mean, he would have limped across the line. But yeah, he had no intention of making that corner. Every intention of wrecking Joey. He wasn't trying to move him. And I kind of see I see a little bit of Tegan's point on the whole Denny Hamlin incident. You can see that, like, I understand he's trying to get going. And I don't think Denny Hamlin did anything wrong here. I think if you think Denny Hamlin did something wrong here, you might need to relook at it. But Denny is running his natural line. And he's blending up like every other car behind him is blending up. And it's just the 3-car put it in a bad spot and put Denny in the wall.
Yeah. To me, I really, I look at the Denny Hamlin part of it. I'll go and talk about this for.
Now, I would like to say, I don't actually think that he hooked him. I've kind of changed my mind on this. Originally, I thought that he hooked him. I don't actually think that he hooked him. I'd just like to say that, though.
I am still going to say that he did.
That was a hook job. It was a shitty one. That's all I got to say.
I still think he did, personally. Because Denny Hamlin was coming up, sure, but you're not going to keep it right on the paint at Richmond. You're not going to keep it right down on that paint. It's not possible while maintaining speed to keep it down there and run that line the whole straightaway. We're not running in Indy cars, okay? So, and you look at Austin Dillon, at the point of the incident, their SMT showed there was a pretty sharp left turn, and you can even see it if you look at the still shot of when Denny Hamlin's spinning out. Austin Dillon's car is turned straight left. It's obvious to me, at least, that it was in his intention to hook him and wreck him because he knew that he had lost the race. I don't blame that on Denny Hamlin, and I'm going to clarify it as a hook. The Joey Logano part.
Okay, the hook, though, there's a difference between hooking and trying to get on somebody's door.
He wasn't trying to get on his door. You're coming to the line. It's on a short track. He's trying to wreck him. Nothing's going to happen if he gets on his door. He's not going to get back to him. He's trying to wreck him.
If you go to the in-car,
Denny's door was nowhere
he's literally
near.
spinning his tires when he gets hit. You're not hooking somebody when you're spinning the rear tires. You're not getting the traction to make that move. His car is literally straight when they hit. That is not a hook. At best, they're racing. It's a racing incident. At best, it is not a hook. And anybody that's classified as a hook, like I said, is just desperate for a win to be taken away from somebody, is all it is.
I don't.
Because you ain't taking away with the Joey incident, so you got to find another reason. That's all it is. That is not a hook.
So, okay, so you want to talk about it like this. All right, let's imagine Austin Dillon is in the Final Four, right? Let's picture this, okay? We're at Phoenix. Austin Dillon is in the Final Four. Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin are also championship contenders, and that takes place. Is that a good example for how to determine a champion? Is it?
I think these drivers know better to do it at a championship race.
Do they? Do they?
The difference between a championship race and making the playoff, there is a big fucking difference.
Is there?
I'm pretty sure NASCAR talks to these drivers separately, together as a group, and tells them, do not do anything stupid. They do it every year. We know this because we've been told this in the broadcast during the races that NASCAR has told these drivers in drivers meetings not to do anything that makes them look bad, and that is included.
They must have forgot to talk to the sub 30 in points drivers.
And well, he's not a sub 30 point driver now, but like I said, they know better to do it then. They know that they can get away with
sub 30 in points. He's just 13th in playoffs.
They know that they need to get into the playoffs, but there is a line, and that is the line. I do believe that is the line. It is not to be determined at Phoenix. I mean, the same thing could be said. Why did we let fucking Ross Chastain get away for the shit he did at Martinsville? In my opinion, that made us look bad. Everybody just fucking loved it because the dude likes fucking watermelons.
Well, to be fair, that was a gray area that there was not a rule on. And after it happened, there was a rule on it. You cannot do it anymore and it is now banned.
If Austin
But
Dillon
what
did that
NASCAR
at any
does
other
have,
point in the
what
race,
NASCAR does have right now is a rule that Denny Hamlin's quite familiar with called actions detrimental to stock car auto racing. And that
That's
is
usually
exactly
manipulating
what Austin Dillon
shit,
did.
and that is not. No, it is not. It is a racing thing. If you start penalizing shit for that, you got to start penalizing for bump and runs. Is all I got to say.
no, you
There's
don't.
No different.
No, you don't. There's a clear difference, in my opinion, at least.
If you're not telling the driver to do 110%, then we need to go back to where it was, where you can manipulate shit and get away with it. He gave 110%.
Did Austin Dillon not
You
manipulate
cannot
this race?
penalize him for that.
NASCAR is just
But by
awful
God, it's fucking
officiating.
not Ross Chastain. But he got away with it.
But did Austin Dillon not manipulate this race? Let's go off that example.
I don't.
If you call this manipulating races, then it happens all the fucking time. It happens all the fucking time, and we don't do shit about it. It's only now because it's Austin fucking Dillon. He's hated because he's a spoon-fed bitch. That's the only reason why this is an issue. If it's anybody else, with the exception of fucking Joey Logano doing it to fucking Hamlin or doing it to Austin Dillon, it would be a non-issue. It would be a non-issue.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it fucking would.
I don't agree with that whatsoever.
Look, I'm just gonna say, Tegan, I know you have your opinion, and that's fine. But let's talk about the boomers of NASCAR, right? They love this move because of the two guys that it happened to. Just happen to be the two most hated guys in NASCAR outside of like Bubba Wallace, right? So let's swap them. What if that was like Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott? Richmond would have fucking burnt down had that happened to Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Burnt to the fucking ground.
Okay, there's the difference though. Kyle Larson doesn't do that to Chase Elliott, and Chase Elliott doesn't do that to Kyle Larson because they already got wins, and they're also teammates.
No,
you cannot do that to
He's
a
talking
teammate.
Austin Dillon did
Oh, if
that
it's done to them.
No, yeah. Replace Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano.
Oh yeah, because let's be honest, you talk about the boomers, but that's most of Chase Elliott's fan base is the boomers who rooted for his dad. Of course, they're going to burn it down.
Tegan, you and I disagree a lot on this podcast, right? I don't know if I've ever disagreed with you more.
I just don't understand how y'all are advocating for taking a win way when he gave 110%.
I would like to point out, though, I'm not advocating for them to take the win away at all. I'm just advocating.
I'm just saying that if you make this an okay win, if you make this like if NASCAR says tomorrow, whenever they get out the penalty report, because Joey Logano is going to be fined for what he did on pit road, smoking the tires and almost running people over. He's going to be fined. There's going to be a penalty report tomorrow. If NASCAR's explanation is, I don't think he crossed the line, then, so I think Wessel said it last night.
Everybody's going to do that now.
What excuse does Zane Smith have to not just start spinning people out and just slamming people? Or I know you said NASCAR tells them this won't happen at Phoenix, but if it's okay at Richmond, then why is it not okay at Phoenix? In the Cars Tour,
I think it's legal in the last lap.
And y'all don't understand. Y'all think everything has to be in a goddamn rule book. There is a driver's code that has been forgotten about for the last 3, 4, 5 years. It needs to come back. They need to start letting these fuckers take them out to the fucking back and beat the total fucking shit out of them. And we're on pit road like Mickey Ryan did.
With that, though, the problem with that is that the driver. My phone just locked itself. God damn it. Okay. The problem with that is that driver's code is not NASCAR. Driver's code might get a driver's ass beat, yes, but driver's code does not prevent somebody who's 30th in points from running over everybody because he wants to get in the playoffs. A rule in the rule book will prevent that.
And how many times in the past
we might as well become F1? Let's call F1 and say, hey, come in our sport, start officiate, show us how to do it, how to overcall shit.
I'm not advocating for overcalling it.
F1's also open wheel. You cannot different. You can't compare the two. They're open wheel racing.
I really
They do
really
have color
think that
shit.
what happened last night goes over the line. I'm fine with what happened. Like, let me give an example of even like a couple of years ago at Martinsville when Joey Logano moved Truex for the win, or what he did
He was wrecking. He moved him off the track.
Yeah, that is completely fair to me. Like, but I don't appreciate what Ty Gibbs did at Martinsville in the Xfinity Series a couple of years ago. Just flat out wrecking a guy for the win it's not impressive to me. It's not something that should be. It's not something that should be rewarded, I don't think. And, should he be disqualified? There's an argument. I don't believe that what Austin Dillon did last night should determine like a playoff spot. Chris Buescher had the opportunity at Kansas to clear out Kyle Larson for a win, and he decided to race him cleanly, and now he's the first car.
And he's the one that actually got fucked.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So a guy like that who races cleanly and provides one of the best finishers NASCAR's ever seen, and is on the wrong side of it because he decided to race it cleanly and have ethics and morals, is out. And Austin Dillon, who has ran in 30th all year, who just decided, which I will 100% admit, if there's no caution, Austin Dillon would have won that race fair and square. It would have been, you wouldn't be able to discredit him for it. We might have a discussion on this show today about should he be in the playoffs? Should he be eligible? Is this format a proper way to determine it? And I think that's a discussion we still can have regardless. But I really don't appreciate what Austin Dillon did last night. I definitely – it's the same thing as what Ty Gibbs did to Brandon Jones in the Xfinity Series at Martinsville a couple of years ago. I'm not impressed by it. I don't think that is in the good faith of the sport. It's just – I think Austin Dillon went in that corner with 100% intention to wreck Joey Logano. And then – on the fly, I believe he had 100% intention to wreck another person. I know you don't agree, and there's an argument to be made about if there's a right rear hook or not. The way the SMT looked to me and everything I've seen, I believe it was a right rear hook. I understand why other people might disagree. That's my personal belief on that aspect of it. I just don't think that's a great look if that's what you allow, because then I know you say NASCAR will talk to these guys, and we'll make sure that they stay in line at Phoenix. But what about Corey Heim? What about Christian Eckes? They see that on Sunday. They think that's okay now, maybe. And you see it.
Well, they're doing it on Friday anyway.
Didn't that happen last year in the truck race that ended up screwing over
trust
somebody?
Me, I don't want to think about that. All right, but we like the Cars Tour a couple weeks ago. The leader got cleaned out for the win. Absolutely wrecked. The Cars Tour disqualified the guy that did it and took the win away from him. That's how it should be, because I think I understand that NASCAR is in the entertainment business. And I agree that in this day and age, I don't think you can go back from not having a playoff format. I agree. Is what we have right now the best way to crown a champion? No. Is it the most exciting? You can argue that. I mean, I think that we could find a different way that has more interest of sporting and makes it a little more fair. I just don't think that is a good thing. Take the win away from him. I don't know if we'd go that far. Do you say, all right, that's not a playoff eligible win? Do you encumber it? Does he keep the trophy but lose all the benefits of the win?
Kind of like what Harvick lost in 18.
Yeah, or Joey Logano.
I don't think you do that without a rule first, though. You can't just do it now. That's not consistent.
Well, they don't do anything.
You got to use this as an example.
That's what I'm saying. Set the example right here and say, we are not going to tolerate this. This is not okay. Because it's not.
But you can't do it when you've been literally saying 110%. You have to give a warning first. You can't just say, oh, we're going to use an example. So, Austin, you're the scapegoat.
Austin Dillon could have still gave in 110% and went in the corner hard and not cleared Joey Logano out. he was out of the race. He was not going to win. There was no way for him to make the corner without completely cleaning out Joey Logano. I don't think I don't think Austin Dillon saying, man, I can't get to him without wrecking him, I should just stay in second, is him not giving 110%. Because if I'm giving 110%, then on lap 5, I'm going to wall somebody that I don't want to race anymore. Because then you open up if they're not giving 110%, they're not wrecking. I don't get that interpretation of the rule. The 110% rule is put in place so that drivers don't say, I'm going to give up this spot because it helps the person behind me in points. The 110% rule isn't like a bailout and a cop-out for people to just be able to flat out clean people out. Like Chase Elliott at Martinsville earlier this year could have obliterated William Byron for the win. But he decided, he tried to give him a little bump. It didn't work, and he lost second, and he lost the race and said, I gave it whatever I had. I don't think that him not wrecking him was not him giving 110%. I think that's just him being an honorable, ethical racer. I don't think Austin Dillon has much ethics. I mean, he was willing to spin somebody out for the Daytona 500.
God, I hated that too.
He had no problem just slamming Cindric into the corner at Daytona a couple years ago when he needed the win. When he had an advantage behind him, he had a teammate that was going to push him by if he needed it. And he just absolutely slammed him into the corner and pushed him onto the apron, and then Cindric almost wrecked.
That was wild.
People forget that happened. I think Austin Dillon is just a complete and utter hack. My issue with what happened is not any issue with Austin Dillon personally. Do I like him? No. But if, let me think of somebody in the back that I don't give a shit about.
Harrison Burton.
If Harrison Burton did this, Corey, I have bias, so I can't say that I would have the same reaction. If Harrison Burton did this, I would have the same reaction that I have right now.
I feel like there's two things NASCAR can do in this situation. One is going to completely screw them in the long run. The other is you set the tone and actually say, hey, you can't be doing this anymore. They just find Joey Logano. If they just find Joey Logano and let everything else slide, there's going to be a problem within the fan base itself because you just let what people thought was a hook go unnoticed and you don't care. But that could be something NASCAR could do because it's too inconsistent. They're officiating. I think Hamlet said it in his interview that the officiating is a bunch of crap almost.
Oh, well, let's be honest. Hamlet's got a fucking personal issue with NASCAR right now over this whole fucking charter thing.
But he's not wrong that the officiating's a bunch of crap.
He is right. I'm with you, Ryan.
The officiating's way too inconsistent, and it's a bunch of crap. It has been inconsistent, and they want the officiating. It feels like is just to find ways to amp up drama. You know what I mean? Granted, yeah, maybe the caution was definitely needed for that race, but they want to find ways to amp up the drama. So there's certain times where they just let it go.
Yeah, and you have the radio transmission of the guy saying wreck him. Like
that's the damning thing.
To me, it's quite clear that like if that becomes okay, then I know you say NASCAR is going to talk to them and make sure they don't do it at Phoenix. But if what happened last night, NASCAR deems to be okay, then we are going to enter some really muddy waters. And, I know we want respect back in the sport. Sometimes Big Brother has to step in and say, all right, enough is enough. We've let shit go for too long in terms of aggressive driving. And the only thing it seems like that NASCAR really cares about is right rear hooking somebody on the straightaway at a 1.5-mile track, which I agree. What happened, what Bubba Wallace and Chase Elliott did was worthy of a suspension. Absolutely. I just don't think what Austin Dillon did last night is as a deserving winner. You can't switch my opinion on this. I've seen the data. I saw it happen live. It was a complete and utter, as Joey Logano and Sal very eloquently restated, it was a chicken shit move, completely and utterly. I couldn't believe that even happened. Actually, I could, because I'll go from Austin Dillon's perspective. With the box that NASCAR puts these guys in, honestly, I understand it from his point of view. The guy's 32nd in points. He can win his team how much more
He's
money
having
by
the worst year of his career.
Yeah. How much more money is his team going to get, and him probably in prize money
By
at the
moving
end
up
of the year?
20 spots in points.
Because at the worst, he's going to be 16th now if that win stands and stays. So, I understand it from his perspective, but NASCAR needs to step in and return some integrity to the sport, because what happened, I don't believe that's okay. Any other thoughts on this? We've been going for over a half hour about this one topic. If anybody has any thoughts.
NASCAR just needs to put their foot down. This is something that could easily damn them and make them just look like it's just entertainment, not a sport anymore.
Tegan, Sal, Wessel, any final thoughts?
I've got one.
Sure.
All departments receiving is now open for recycling. All departments receiving is now open for recycling.
Hell yeah.
All right, nice. So let's discuss one thing that I think got neglected in this whole deal was kind of some of the excitement between the two different tire compounds. Because I think that was a success in terms of what NASCAR was looking for out of it. And it's going to be completely overshadowed by the ending. Watching Daniel Suarez slice through the field was really exciting. And seeing the variations in strategy, I also found to be very exciting. I think NASCAR could maybe benefit from, I know they're not going to do this, but if there were no stage yellows, that would open up the window for. I gotta mute Wes real quick. That would open up the window for.
I don't think it will. But
strategy.
If you're 20 seconds behind, you're not going to. So where's proof that you run out of time? It's not going to happen.
I know you
right,
guys.
He still went from. He still gained
I'm talking about the last
spots.
I'm talking about the last. Before that last caution came out, he was not going to get leader. I mean, the pit strategy changed because they had that last set, so they pitted the latest they could and tried to make it work. But I think we just need to get these tires to last a little bit longer, more than 40 laps. I'd like to say about 50, 60 maybe, at Richmond especially. And run these bitches the whole race. Get away from these hard fucking tires with no time fall off and switch to these and make these drivers fucking save their shit. This is what sucks about this car. It's hard, go hard all the time, and you don't pay the price. You run 10 laps, you cool your tires off, and you can do it again. With this tire, you can't do that. Fucking make them manage their fucking tires. It's a learning process. If you blow them out, fucking fix it and do it again. Make them last longer. The Bristol thing that we had earlier this year, it's probably going to happen again in the fall, from what I've read during the test and shit. So if we just get that without the tire failures and the big 3-second drop off after a certain lap time, these tires would be fucking golden. You could even go as far as putting them at Darlington, Michigan, even, the bigger tracks to give us more fall off. This is what helps Kyle Larson be so dominant, is because this car has no tire fall off. That's when he was his best in the other gen car. It's because he could go hard till he literally fenced it, and then he fucked himself. This car, you don't do that. You fence it, you're still good. You still got flopping these tires to still go fast. Fucking put these soft tires on these tires full time.
Yeah. Sally?
Just to touch up on, I know.
I tried to unmute Wessel. It's still on.
I know Tegan said that Suarez wasn't going to catch him, and he wasn't. I think he got as close as to 8, 9 seconds.
7 seconds, I think, at one point, yeah.
And then it kind of started to
even out.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was definitely something entertaining. He came out of pits a lap down in 19th to drive all the way back up to 6th like that was cool to watch.
But to be fair,
Um,
though, that is a kind of a Richmond thing, even with the old tires. In my opinion, that's something that we started learning a couple years ago was to pit late and break your stuff in 30, 40 lap runs instead of doing 80 or 90. Is because you gain more on the short run than you did staying out there on the long run. So I don't.
yeah.
We may be looking too much into this. We may be thinking it's better than what it is. I do think that we need to go to this full time. All right, dude. This is not an interview. You're all right. You got the job.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. What are we doing?
Interview.
Did Wessel go to heaven? He's looking kind of
Right. Got that
What? We just see
Wessel.
Wessel just starts floating away. My God.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought the tires were a positive, I would say, for sure.
Yeah.
The race was good, I think. I enjoyed it.
I never did mind Richmond, to be honest.
And Richmond has been good in the next gen car. I've been saying it. And you know, should it be only one race? Probably. Should it be one? I think it should only be one race, but I think it's provided good racing. The strategy's always been interesting. The race Harvick one was really good. The race, the spring race was good, but also had
because there's differing strategies.
The one Busher one.
Differing strategies has been differing strategies is definitely something too in this next gen car. I mean, you guys have 3 stops or 2 stops depending on how they ran the stages.
It's only
yeah.
But I like the fact that there were differing strategies. It made it fun because what if someone that was on fresher tires while someone said we're gonna go for the long run here? And
but let me tell you what's going to happen though. If we stay on this tire for the next Richmond race and the next Richmond race and the next Richmond race, it's like I said, these drivers teams figure it out. They're going to figure it out to where it's going to be about the same what we had before we had these tires. We need to switch these tires completely and be done with it.
Still, though, Richmond has been like this for a few years now, and we still have the varying strategies. Like some guys go
that's what I'm saying.
for the stage,
and I think we may be thinking this tire is really good, better than what it is. Because I feel like Suarez could have done the same thing with the primes. To be honest, it probably wouldn't have been as quick.
I don't think,
but he wouldn't have fallen off as quick either there at the end. So it might still be an even out.
I don't know. I don't think he would have gained the spots he gained because you look at even if he what he did early on in the race when they were all. The field was on fresh primes and he was on fresh options, and
but they were bunched up though.
They were bunched up. That's I think a cool concept. Is like you can take a risk to get this track position, but it could bite you later. I like that.
But you already know it's going to bite you later because Richmond has always been a long run race. That's what Wessel said. It doesn't make no sense to put it on during a long run because you're not going to get one. I mean, you're not going to get a short run.
See the strategy that I think worked right for that race, and I think me and Sal talked about it in our group chat, put it on for a restart, run 35, maybe 40 laps. You might want to push it 40 laps, but I probably wouldn't. Put on primes, run the rest of the run. But
like I said, everybody starts doing that, though, then you're just even Steven. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's going to get figured out that's the best option. If you give them another set for the next Richmond race next year, and they get 3 sets or 4 sets, they're going to use them for the end of stage 1, or the beginning of stage 2, and the beginning of stage 3, and every time they get a yellow, if they get one. Everybody's going to be on the same strategy, so you're not gaining nothing out of it. We need to be on these tires completely and make them manage them better.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the direction NASCAR's probably looking to go in. Any final thoughts on the tires? One thing we missed while we were out was sorry, Ryan. Corey LaJoie, he's out, sacked. Thank God. Bum.
Goodbye. Bum.
I thought he had a 2-year contract though. Gosh,
he's a bum.
I guess them damn things ain't worth the fuck anymore.
Did you see that the owner of Spire came out and was like, I don't know if that was the right decision. And they cut off Corey LaJoie. It's like, why would you come off and question that after you've already done it?
Oh,
doesn't make any
so now I'm wondering, did he do it then? Where did the Corey LaJoie decide?
That kind of makes me wonder who really has the say over there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they're letting Ronnie build this team.
Yeah.
Unless they're getting another owner that's bringing in big money. And I read that the Spires
Gainbridge bought it a lot. Yeah.
I think it's got to be Justin Haley or Kyle Busch.
And
I I love
There's a reason.
Justin Haley, but I am not. I just don't think that's who Ronnie would go after. I think you got it. You
Ro-
better go after Kyle
I think
Busch.
he would.
I was gonna say Ronnie's probably the reason why LaJoy even got sacked.
Oh, it is. I'm sure Ronnie, when he signed his contract,
He said,
literally
"I
told
don't
him the
want
same thing he
LaJoy."
told Stuart Haas. He said, I want to build my team. And that's exactly what he's doing. We're going to have another Harvick / Rodney. It just depends on who he gets.
Yeah, it depends on who the driver is, I'd say.
You can't blame Ronnie
Maybe-
though, because
Maybe Harvick. Maybe Harvick's like Mark Martin. He's getting the itch to come back.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But,
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know about that, Jim.
yeah.
Harvick and Aspire card be really interesting.
I think Kyle Busch should be yelling out to the heavens, "Save me, Spire!" I mean, like,
I don't think that'd be a bad
If I
idea though, because
Bush, I'm buying myself out of my own contract. He's got the money.
be a good idea for Bush because, you know, he needs a good crew chief, and Ronnie's one of the better crew chiefs. Granted, I know he may have not had the greatest strategies in this newer car, but I feel like he's still one of the better crew chiefs in NASCAR.
yeah. I mean, if I had the opportunity to get out of RCR, I would. It seems like Richard Childress is more interested in being a proud pop and a Trump donor than anything else. So
I think that second one is the most top dog. He's starting out like him too. Not true.
Well,
not
yeah.
true.
Well, fake news. It's terrible what they're doing. You can
I do
this video is nasty, bad video. That's what he said after the race. He literally sounded like Trump after the race.
Yeah.
I don't, it's probably people that support him that watch this program because this is a NASCAR show. I don't like him, and he's a liar. And Richard Childress is also a liar. I don't understand how he said that. Like how he just tried to deny it, and
without seeing the video.
The reporters pushed back against him. We're like, "You are full of shit, old man." Like, I like that. Like, I appreciate that
I
whole.
can respect that.
So yeah. Any other thoughts on Richmond? There was a lot of varying strategy.
I do like start time. I think it's a good start time on the first Sunday. It's not early. It's not too late. It's a good medium, to be honest. It didn't enter the lights.
It's unfortunate for our league race.
For us, yes, but we're a weird group. A lot of leagues don't even race on Sunday night. They watch the race, and NASCAR's not thinking, "Oh shit!" But the CFRL races tonight. Gosh darn, we need to move it up. They're not doing it.
Yeah.
I still think it's a good time. If you're going to run it on a Sunday evening, it's a good time. And to be fair, they did make a good call because the Olympics had their closing, and they literally had it right before the race started. So if that shit's done, you're like, oh, hey, NASCAR's back. But like you said, NASCAR probably did a bad job. But was it NASCAR or more NBC? NBC probably had a lot of,
Well, I would assume
irons
that
in the fire
NASCAR
with the Olympics and advertising that.
NASCAR should have put a lot of ad dollars into the Olympics and say, like, NASCAR is back Sunday at 6 on USA.
I'm assuming.
That's what they needed to do because of all
okay, but now I got a question. Did we know that didn't happen? Because I didn't watch the Olympics, so I wouldn't know if there was.
I watched a fair
NASCAR
amount of the Olympics. I didn't see anything about.
Yeah,
NASCAR.
I watched some. I didn't see many NASCAR ads.
See, I
didn't
didn't
see
watch
anything.
I will say though, we did get a preview of our new NASCAR Cup Series commentator
But the
for
Olympics
Daytona.
is like the Super Bowl. It's probably $100 shit.
Lee Diffie was fantastic in the track and field, so I'm pretty jocked up to hear him at Daytona whenever he jumps in because we're probably going to get an exciting finish, and he's really good at exciting finishes. So
Kyle Larson, when he won the Michigan race, that was a really good call when he split the middle.
Well, I thought all of his calls during the Olympics, the track and field were fantastic.
I'm looking forward to seeing
I also love his start.
His
start calls for the Indy races are great too.
I'm looking forward to the CW taking over the Xfinity too. I'd actually forgotten about that. Toss on advertisement today.
Yeah, I don't think it'll change much
Not
yet
much.
because it's just going to be NBC on CW for the Xfinity series.
Russell's back. You mean?
Russell's doing some.
I think he's running the paper.
No, but I think that it's not going to be any different yet, but it's definitely going to be a good eye for it, and I think it's a good thing, for Xfinity to kind of have its own lane and its own home. I think that's a positive. So, yeah, I like that. Welcome back, Wessel.
Hello.
Do you use a forklift while you were gone or something?
No.
Okay.
Just shut the door.
Recyclables.
Receiving is open for recycling. You are the guy.
I'm in receiving right now.
Oh, it looks awesome. Looks like a
Looks like an impound. Looks like it's a drunk tank is what it looks like. Where you take drunks at Talladega to sober up.
Were you in there ever?
No, I wasn't. But I had a couple brothers in there.
All right. Time for the picks.
Wayo.
We're picking. It's been a couple of weeks. You updated the score, right, Tegan?
Yes, everything's updated.
Good God, I'm in the mud.
Let me tell you who's on a hot streak right now. Fucking Wessel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races in a row scoring points.
I got screwed this week too because I had Joey.
He did get hosed for Logano.
I
Yeah.
had Joey this week.
Points off of him though.
Damn,
Or
he's
eight
still
more.
damn. Mike got screwed with Truex having the engine issues.
Look at my
To be
last
fair,
two
though, he
weeks.
wasn't even.
Oh my god. Second, first. Oh,
Did
man.
I still get points with Joey after he got destroyed?
Yeah, you got
Are
one.
you serious? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I should have won the race though because I would have had 5 points. Damn.
Well, I may get 5 points if y'all get your wish. So hell, I'm all for it.
wait, where did Busher finish?
And right, literally, it was Joey, Busher, Noah, back to back.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm picking first. I don't want to use my big swing right now. Maybe I
This
should.
would be a track to use it too. Have you used him yet, Mike?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm going to use Noah Gregson.
Wait a swing.
I know, right? I mean, I'm
First
I-
fucking pick and you don't take a swing. What's wrong with you?
I thought you were going
yeah.
to take Larson there. Instead of in the
no,
race.
I'm safe.
Okay.
Trying to save him for. I mean, has everybody picked? Hold on. Everybody else has picked him. I'm picking Kyle Larson at the Southern 500. We can announce that now. Everybody else has picked him. I will be picking him at this race here.
Just go ahead and write him in. You might as well go ahead and write him
Wait,
in.
but that's
It
the
don't matter.
playoffs, so that he'll be
No, it's
available for everyone.
No,
Yeah,
It's
he'll
the
be-
last race. No, it's the
Oh.
last race before the
Oh,
playoffs.
damn.
Shut
All
up.
right.
The playoff tracks are down on the bottom.
You might as
All
well go
right.
ahead and write him in, Mike. That's what you're going to do.
Sure.
Matt comes back and takes him.
Because I think there's only one.
Matt,
Sally,
Already
or Kev Ryan, real good friends after
who-
last night. Ryan, you're
now this list has not been updated the last 2 weeks, I don't think. So
Who do I have available to me? Is the great question.
You take Cody Ware.
Ford's been good at Michigan recently. I'm going.
Do you want Logano?
Go Logano.
Go Logano off the board. Sally, my dog.
I read it.
Okay. You haven't picked him?
No.
liar.
You're right. No, he's not lying. Mr. Wessel. Wait, what? Hold on. Is this right?
Yeah, that's not right because Busher's 5. It says that JB's picking 5th and Logano's picking 4th. I think JB got points.
Chris Buescher finished one spot ahead of Joey. There were 3 of them together, so I might have got them mixed up.
Yeah, Chris Bush. So Wessel didn't get points.
Damn it, no.
Sorry.
Fuck off, said Dillon.
I was going to say something didn't look right, but I
Danny.
didn't want to say
Danny from
anything.
the track.
So JB's at 19 now.
You're up. Wessel.
Show me who I got.
JB don't have a pick.
I don't have
Yeah,
anything. Well, it's going to be Wessel first anyway, but I'll text JB right now for his pick.
can't see this shit. Hold on. It's fucking phone small.
You got Cedric, Elliott,
Let's see here. I'm thinking,
Blaney.
yeah, I'm gonna. God, I gotta use him. I gotta use Chase Elliott.
Chase
I
Elliott.
don't want to use. I don't want to use Blaney this week because I feel like he's just not good enough at.
Starting to fall off again.
Yeah, well, I mean, not really that he's starting to fall off, but he's not.
No luck.
The big tracks haven't been great to him this year.
I don't have anything from Bradley or JB yet, so if you want to pick, feel free, Tegan.
Hang on. I can't believe Bradley didn't already give you some picks. Damn.
I know he usually already got like a list for me.
Do they both have Bubba available?
Do they both have Bubba available?
They're right next to each other, so it should be
Yes.
They do. Fuck. I was going to take Bubba Wallace.
I mean, he's yours if you want him. Oh, Bradley is looking at the sheet currently, so I will give him the best. He is. There he is. There's his email.
There's his email, everybody. Send him dick pics. He loves them.
Send him the pics to
He
his
wants
email.
Chris Buescher.
That's who my other guy was.
I'll let you have Bubba if you want him. I haven't gotten anything from JB yet.
Give me Bubba. I love Bubba.
That's what the picks look like. Somehow I picked first. I looks like I have the worst pick. But no, Gregson's good at Michigan. Fords are usually strong there. I'm feeling good about that. I think that's a sneaky pick. I've been plotting that one all year long.
I feel like Logano's just
To
going to
be honest with you, Toyota are really good on the long run at Michigan. They just got to get them.
Yeah.
I'm starting to
Yeah.
realize now by looking at my available drivers that I punted
You
a
didn't take a
little
lot of
too much
hitters.
this year, and now I have too many swings left over with not enough races.
And not good. They're good tracks either.
Yeah, not even their good tracks. Yeah, I mean, I might have Blaney for Daytona. I might do that, but I don't know.
Alrighty. Anything we want to talk about before we get out of here? We had an interesting Talladega race last night. Tegan Jones picked up win number 101. Congratulations, sir.
100 last week at Pocono. I had it on the background, but my mic was fucked up, so I had to fuck it off.
We did miss that dominant Pocono win as well for his 100th.
Yeah.
Hey, I was worried.
Hey, Kamal gave him a run there. A few of us did. We were, he had some competition.
So I made
He
my
slowed-
tell him like, you know what? It's time to quit fucking around. It's time to let it go. Eat pavement, bitch. Eat pavement. Then I just got lucky last night. Thanks, Ryan. Wink, wink. Not really.
Ryan's the bonehead for the week.
Hey, Ryan's going.
Why, when I
win,
say,
all
I've
right?
always said, side drafting, it does not work on this game unless you fucking hit him. And Ryan took it to heart.
He double troubled him. He hit him and put him in the wall. I mean, he was really slowing him up. That
And he put
side
himself in
draft
the
was
wall.
really good. Yeah.
My killer back
Wait,
there.
you hit the wall too, Ryan?
Before they did.
No.
Ryan hit the wall.
No, he got second, but I mean, he double tapped him, I guess, bounced back and shit like that. So.
2 or 3.
Throwing up gang signs over there.
2 or 3.
That's
proud
how
of
I
it. Not proud of it. Not proud of it.
What up, baby?
Oh, I'm not either.
Out
Okay.
here, what?
I'm gonna say this. I was fine with Ron winning. That's why I was pushing him. When I made my move and I got fucking railroaded by fucking Hammerhead Spencer, and then I was fine with S'mores winning. You both have not won a race this year. S'mores has been on has not won in the Cup Series in a while. I was fine with either one. That's literally why I said keep it clean. No sooner did I got the damn word clean out of my mouth, it wasn't clean. But I know you did it on purpose, and
No.
I know we'll all get over it. A couple people said some stuff they probably shouldn't have, and hopefully regret. So there's that. I kind of got thrown under the bus a little ain't the only one around that ate shit during that whole ordeal. I ate shit right along with you. You just ate the majority of it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't worry. I've had worse.
Yeah, I mean, we used to have a guy in here that made you feel like Chiot, so there is that too.
You feel stupid every fucking week.
That
That was peak Ryan though. That was
I had enough at that.
that was
that
therapeutic.
rate.
That was therapeutic that night.
It was.
I think
He needed that.
I don't think I ever heard about this.
Oh,
This-
you're Kansas when
We got the clip. We'll clip. We got the clip.
there's
it's
it's actually in Mike's
Totally
stream.
have.
Mike has it on
don't
stream.
Remember that?
I don't
Ryan
think for
screaming at
Predator
Goose.
hey, oh,
Hey.
Goose.
we don't want to give him airtime here.
Whoops. Sorry, guys.
We don't get many views, and we still get more than him. So he might be watching. I don't know.
But no, when
He's our
I
dedicated fan base.
when
One
I
of them, that's for he's definitely dedicated.
it's when I just had enough. So I mean, Mike can find a stream and probably have the timestamps for it.
It's the day you became a man, Ryan.
The ball was finally dropped.
And then Mike literally
They
like 2 minutes.
Back up after that, but they dropped for a little bit.
And you know what's funny though? Mike afterward, like 2 minutes afterwards, tried to make it like he tried to be funny again.
What are you doing?
That's wrong. That's Michael. Last time.
I got the Cleveland game on, and Big John Kenzie Noel just hit his second homer of the
I
game.
missed something. What did he do? I looked down for a second.
He was in the middle of talking.
I went, yeah.
Our Ron, he's such a kind of guy. That's Ron.
You are such a fucking idiot. We're ending this shit. Fun to be back. We'll see y'all next week after Michigan. Hopefully we're not discussing the end of the world in NASCAR like we were this week. Hopefully Austin Dillon gets fucking disqualified. Sorry, Tegan.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Suspension.
Son,
What we got,
if you
Russell?
keep bringing your family members illegally across the border, this is where they're gonna be, son.
Jeez, end the stream.